ebi mususu ye ya toaso anu no ekoba ye ejebu finally ene anape Buckingham Palace have revealed details on plans for events that will take over the coronation weekend. Nhyehyɛeɛ omodia tudwa na watwe wie ya yɛde ɛbɛyɛ saa coronation no. Intino we see afei no officially no Buckingham Palace de ababa tudwa sɛ nyame ya adom na Yesu ama e free May bosume no ne de toso nsia edi kusi ne dwoada May ne da etoso enwotwe right intino se ebia na wo hwe kwan se da ben ene ebeye ohene no ne coronation na. Finally, Buckingham Palace have revealed new details on plans for events that will take place over the coronation weekend starting from May 6th to Monday, May 8th. Na sebia meye adwa yebueje na mabo na poso a the coronation of the king and queen consort will take place at Westminster Abbey on Saturday morning. And it will be conducted, of course, by the Archbishop of Canterbury. And then on Sunday we'll see global music icons and contemporary stars descend on Windsor Castle for the coronation concert, which will be broadcast live on BBC. You see, I cried one time broadcasting live with BBC, bloggers and YouTube and Facebook and apart from BBC, baby ombe will be a share internet no so. Na ne omodi to dwane say na ebi mo si senia na King Charles peno no na wasisi kasam ne enne senia wiase adane nti no won be ye dwumedie ne kuma bi. Na so Buckingham Palace dey to dwa say the scale of the event could be even larger than the Queen's funeral in September, partly because overseas leaders will have more time to plan their travel. Almost say one more etutu omweni kankan omweni a one share coronation way ebeye deja ebeye kese a chen Queen Elizabeth ne yie no esan se we no ebre wom yabo obi anka yesi ebe 36th May to 8th May. Ichebema amain pinifo bebre enya adagire aboa wo mo ho na wo mo abadwumedie na senti wo mo susu pa say the scale of the event could even be larger than the Queen's funeral that took place in September. And 23rd January 1. And ohene yere giftianti ene eye wawoda. Menim se chairman general wo ha ka obebo so dodo ba se chairman ni ha na me kura me wo ha wonim se eden ya. Giftianti minim no achew. Way back in the early days of Joy FM, my name is Giftianti. And we're still very, very, very close and good friends. So on the occasion of your birthday, I'd like to say happy birthday to you on behalf of Chairman General. And of course, all of us here at Despite Media, we say happy birthday to you, Oheneyere Giftianti. And there's one here that says that happy birthday to you, Sister Mary Bansa. Happy birthday to you, Sister Mary Bansa of Domain Kwabenya. You are also a choir member of ICGC Liberty Temple, Ashoman Estates. Happy birthday to you, Sister Mary, from Obibiniba, Kwame, Stephen. And it's a brand new week, and I wish you all the best. Ni tetemensa koche the first. Ni be ino heche lebine memba audio manye. Ni tetemensa koche niji bobiman manche. Ni lebine Mingabu, Mimbodi Omanye, ni tetemensa coach the first. Anape Eja Abeka. That is the station manager, Goil Fuel Station, Tantra. Eja bekana pe nyamisha wo michia awona wedwuma yefu nyina. I'd like to say a very good morning to the staff on duty at Goil Fuel Station, Tantra, especially station manager Mr. Beka, my good friend Osoja W and Sister Millicent, and I pay michia minua bema St. Philip of St. Philip Enterprise wo anyway juma yefu nyina michia mu nyina. Dr. KK Papra Misemenshia na pay michiao also anyway juma yefu nyina mo KK Papra roofing na pay mutie mi michia mu nyina. Ejuma yefu mo unbreakable stores e wo tudu michia mu ne madam ankasa eye Lady J owo unbreakable stores wo tudu. Ejuma yefu mo agreement e wo Madina na pay michia mu nyina kanka Sister Dora also wo agreement Madina. Mr. Wiafikum nipa Aquaflow Shell signboard michia wini wejuma yefu nyina. Ebusua me ne waka say duba ko abo apa ho sema eduenu enum pepepe amehwe brewum brewum light 11:30 me me message no, but before then no, and that 23rd January abako some light one bi wo ho nti mame na won che why Yadishimai Abakosem and 23rd January marks exactly 25 years of the passing of the only president of the Third Republic of Ghana. Third Republic, no, we had only one president, and today marks the 25th anniversary of the passing of our dear father, Dr. Hila Liman, who became the president of Ghana from 1979 to 1981. He passed on at the age of 63. Yaman Pening, Natchesa Woshe, ye Third Republic na, Fofian Tuata, Ningina Fria Conta Madamfu, into Third Republic na dear Yenya or Mampeni ba Coupe, Yaka Mampenida da Eye Hila Limana. Ye wo no December 12. 1934 and it will free mu and 23rd January 1998. Now a Ghanaian diplomat who served as president of Ghana from 24th of September 1979 to 31st December 1981. Kwanya akonta madam for fire so two Liman pa 31st December. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you're familiar with the history that he was deposed in a coup by Rawlins on December 1981, and thus he was the only president of the Third Republic of Ghana. Liman Subi, as this be born because after the handover ceremony in 1979, military intelligence personnel consistently reported destabilizing activities of former members of the AFRC. But Liman insisted there was no legal justification to hold them in custody under a democratic dispensation, and the decision eventually cost him his presidency. Near catching Liman said, Liman, she jato you. Ye ka jato near refer to Rawlins. Uncle Liman said, Liman, and you may be a jato or ye no. Shall who you also jato on your fee? A catcheli also jato on your fee, on your fee, on your fee. Rawlins a ton, a drain, and that's what ton would drain a Liman. That's what ton drain a Liman, no kutani dream. Near catcher Liman say, O drain ya to we. I could tell madame for the sukutani dream. Also jato on your fee. Jato on your fee, jato on your fee. 31st December will be a dinner. Ah! Assembly. There is another thing that I need to mention. Today marks the 5th anniversary of the passing of South African trumpeter, singer and composer, described as the father of South African jazz, Meka Hugh Masekela. Rebecca said, Meka ya bakosemo na makofa Hugh Masekela ediaba. Hey, Hugh Masekela no oye yeso ye dish ye pa o. E wo so ninchi fi South Africa. Ma meka na bakosem kakra. Ubehunu se edi kase meka Ghana ya dish ye. Ko se me bossa music bed pa. Na chese Ghana dish ye na ye beka na bakosem. Ena ye mfie enum pepepe. Today marks the 5th anniversary of the passing of Hugh Masekela. Yeah, it occurred in Johannesburg. He passed on at the age of 78, and it was in 2018. 2018. Ebre Timeka Hugh Masekela na bakosem kakrebi. Hugh Masekela ya wo no 4th April 1939. Ena enedui 23rd January 2018, making it the 5th anniversary of his passing. Masekela South African trumpeter. Hey, Charlie, trumpet and they don't go there. Or a South African trumpeter or saying a singer and composer who was described as the father of South African jazz. Masekela was known for his jazz compositions and for his writing, right? Well-known anti-apartheid songs such as Soweto Blues and then Bring Him Back Home. Masekela also had a #1 US pop hit in 1968 with his version of Grazing in the Grass, right? And his career spanned over 5 decades, and he released more than 40 albums. Yeah. Na mede na bakosemo efrefra yen ya dishie isanse Ghana was his second home. When you say Hugh Masekela oware yenuaba, ya oware Ghana ni ba yenuaba ni din ede Elinam Kofi. Yeah, Hugh Masekela, that celebrated South African legend, oware yenuaba Ghana ni ye friend Elinam Kofi. Omuware in 1999, and they stayed married 19 years and even na se ebia wunimu a Hugh Masekela hey padiela hu ekawoba hishikula wunim se na oti adabraka. Yeah, Hugh Masekela na oti adabraka, and he was staying with his very good friend. I don't know if you remember Dr. Robert Young. Yeah, ninchen ena oti ye mampeni, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo na oye ne down for kasa pa. Yeah, Hugh Masekela ne padi pa any His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo na wo moye na fufuo for almost 50 years. Yeah, they knew each other for almost 50 years. Hugh Masekela ni Yamampeni, they knew each other for almost 50 years, and he also had some friends in Ghana. Nana Danfo, Todd Brothers. So when the Momoa, and Afi Soul Amafio, any Faisal Helwani. Omuna no omuya na Danfo pa na Afi Miami Godfather Kofi Amwakohene. Oh, he Masekela there na me the guy that day wrong. Say Obesha time yade Akufo-Addo ba abamun mefa ne say ni inauguration no. Hugh Masekela played at Nana Addo's inauguration as president of Ghana on January 7th, 2017. Even on that day, he played on 2 occasions. First of all, at the official lunch, and then there was a party in honor of Akufo-Addo and his wife. Hugh Masekela also performed over there. Into Ofri Mono na ye mampeni Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo oko AU Summit. Oye nentem free AU Summit no betwe mu call South Africa. Eko kind tribute. Ewo Hugh Masekela ne ye nase. I think it was on the 30th of January 2018. And since I'm at it, let me make mention also, today marks, I think, is it the 2nd anniversary of the passing of the great broadcaster Larry King. Yeah, today marks the second anniversary of the passing of Larry King in Los Angeles. Larry King was 87 years when he passed on 2 years ago in 2021. I'm sure the name rings a bell. Larry King, a American television and radio host. Larry King Live. Ebusuya, aka sema edwenu ensia na prematu. Me won kaibo ba ku mienu bi. Mesre we ni die mu na media tudwa. Mivia seni anape bia ye no dodo ba kumpe mu no na my introduce this week topical me treaty with Asibebre.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Nyame adomu a ene china ya ye de resource no eye BEC ene wasi resource no ye de betudwa esanse ye nyina ye wa atwemu ye ya ye kotworo nsɔhwɛ no ene abatan a ye titi ye mbawuremu abonyame mpa ye ade ye manako school no ye wa atwemu a ye hwe nim eye BEC ene wasi resource no na sisi ade nimde ekɔ enim abɛɛfo kwan so abɛɛfo kwan bi aba obetumi afa so na wonsa aka ɛyɛ wo ba no ana wankasa we resource no simple kra me kai ye ya bre so no resource ne basa na agi wo ko school a wo kɔtworo resource no wo so na wo tintin te se media no de a ene agi wo gina echie e ma manfo nyina hwe o mu de awie ansa na we ko gina notice board no so akenkan kosi bebia wudin wo ebi okra agi me say abre bia agi me gina table so ansa na me hunu bebia me din wo sisia no ekwan bia ba resource ni pie ya pe no obetumi ehunu wo resource no wo mobile phone no so. And it's why you're interested at TSA and Kaibowe. GD e-codes a results checker and a make actually way. So if you're a JHS or SHS student leaver and you are waiting for your results, there is good news for you. The BECE and WASI results checker has been made simple. All you need to do is just dial *920* 456 hash. So person will check it will BEC and answer will wasi results na TTT for mobile phone number *920* 456 hash. And no me see number no subium just dial *920* 456 hash to buy and check your BECE wasi results. That is say oh boss code na ebemu wakwenya na wetumi ato ubetue ska kakra bi na afi we dey check wo results no. This short code will give you the chance to check your WASI results, check your BEC results, buy school placement card, buy university forms, check your history. That is the check your card history. That is you can retrieve your card if it is misplaced. And wa opese bia wo so no wo you be a obeton. I mean to become a wholesaler for results checker. Wo so wo tona wo ton a ubenya ho. What you say? En kaibo me dey tudwe. Se ope ho nsembise bia obetumi afre GD Enterprise. Ewo 05590900326. And I say 0243 605166. Na GD Enterprise no obetumi so esimu aba yasoye ye wo enkran behind General Post Office Dakuma ye wo Circle Station Kaswa ye wo Old Police Station aman from ye wo taxi rank Ben Kaswa and afi Cape Coast ye wo Abra Central Mosque inti kaise sisi ade number is wo boy *902* 456 hash who results no sharp. Yesi afifu from anape impenefo amodeda ejumekuo ano to say bia sikakrabia banks, hospitals, schools, hotels, any event centers. Anape me kanfo waitress at the mamo. Waitress no a sanitation and hygiene consulting firm. Na wamo a ISSA certified member, and we provide services be to say janitorial consulting, staffing and capacity building, and a third party hygiene audit. Me per se opinion be a would day jumano no to suffer waitress wehu. Not especially no woman by third party hygiene audit and for more and another thing. I was a beer one fan crowd be more womusiesie offices ho esiesie washroom ne nyoma. Na want to be for we ni kan entumi nhunu se senia wo mu esiesie washroom any work environment ning any surroundings ning na eye hygienic enough. Ma wadwuma yefo no abribia no wo munya pomuden. Hwe there could be bacteria or viruses lurking around, and you cannot see viruses, germs and bacteria with your naked eye. Into those sawofre waitress our sanitation and hygiene consulting firm. Omo SA ISSA certified member. Omo ba to me I make sure say ebia na atosin bia na sane etie na standard ne ye se ncheche bi wo hɔ so mo de ma omo ye insiesie anase omo ehwesiesie hɔ na ye beye ni nyina de amount Frewitis ewo 0302 986-407. That is 0302 986-407. And I said 050-778-7373. Kaisa Waitress near the Clinell Universal Wipes. UK's #1 trusted in disinfecting wipes. And I Nano Touch self-cleaning services. Yadiaba Ijum. Akasima Dunkron. Na premwatu ebraso se media na pay message ne bebro Peace 104.3 FM Sunye. Ebusuana pay yebeda sibium se yehudonti we fidie no da soda Peace 104.3 FM. Jumedia Peace FM ya to din working time. Ana kofikum migusua mede elsomo no yedase se weja we fidie no de ato ha. Bibia yedru no edwumeku akese miensa womo adaroma. And me know beche brief message be when me say Mondays there I just come in to introduce the topic that we'll be discussing during the course of the week. Na my main din kan fa asida emma mechita afo no. Asida din kan eko edema High Sense Ghana. Wodofo sisi ya de akwada ye wo ne ndra kra wonimu se High Sense ejina ho edema the best electronic brand. High Sense ejina ho edema the best electronic product. High Sense ejina ho edema best for quality, best for durability, best for style, best for energy efficiency, best for affordability, best for technology. Na niame kano tiawa mu anape ne se abribia se hu behia se obeto home appliance bi te se fridge, deep freezer, air conditioner, TV, electric cooker, washing machine, smartphone, microwave, blender, rice cooker den asefo no a se wodru krom enkanka TV nyesa ya so esiso a wo hu se enini ye fe na wo kotam akofie ye ntwa de sa obeboka yeso ukodwa mienu a na wo hunu ne eba sisi ya de wo bia age atum Ghana for yaso ensuo ene yaso ensa ene ehunu se home appliances no se na High Sense de na de eja oye bokoboko na wotam ade Kofi a wonye japade o High Sense nneoma emma wonsa ensi form da nti abre bia kai wokɔpɛ home appliances biara sisi adeɛ nsuo tɔ nanso afɔm ayɛ den nti high sense yɛ ma unbeatable deals on our wide range of electronic appliances sisi a yɛnyɛ na wopɛ high sense showroom a nkran ha wokɔ shopping malls ne nyinaa yɛwɔ high sense showroom wokɔ nkran ha dansoma nanse nkra yɛbie showroom baako wɔ hɔ yɛwɔ showroom wɔ Tema high sense showroom bi ɛwɔ Kumase high sense showroom wɔ Takrade Takwa Mankasim Oboase Sunyane Techiman Tamale Hohoi Kuforidia high sense kaise yɛnkoa na wotɔ adeɛ efiri yɛnkyɛn a home appliance efiri yɛnkyɛn a yɛtumi nya kokoduro hya wɔbɔ ma wɔ nidasoɔ sɛ yɛ ma 5 years manufacturer defect warranty high sense everyday prices for everyday people edwumekwa toso mienu skakrabia best point savings and loans best point savings and loans we say your dream is our business and edwumekwa toso miensa eye insurance asoye best assurance afiwe anana pay uko DVL asoye bia ekoye wo car ho nkra tasemo a utwa insurance na kese wo pe best assurance me se wo pe den best assurance utwa wo car insurance akese wo pe best assurance dey ni that's wo mo ho best assurance we say your protection is always assured. We've got 13 more minutes before we hit the top of the hour and I intend to spend just about 5 minutes briefly this week topic ben na me ne wo eche ho asem this week message amede bro no ya today preconceived ideas Peter Square. This week, the message, preconceived ideas. Because you see, we find ourselves in an IT generation. And guess what? When it comes to God, there is no software of the ways of God. Sisi anamafo ye ma ye omo abe omo ye IT generation. They be computerized, but there is no software. Nyankopon hwehwe baby a wonya ne software preconceived ideas and then me ye introduction keke the subsequent days no near go into details into in introducing my topic for the week preconceived idea you see bro for me say an idea or an opinion a preconceived say it is an idea or opinion that is formed too early. TNU, come along with me. I can assure you by the end of this week you'll be tremendously blessed and you will not miss any of the answers to the prayers that you've prayed to God. Preconceived idea, an idea or an opinion that you form way too early, especially without enough thought or knowledge. If you have a preconceived idea about something, you have already formed an opinion about it before you have enough information and experience. You can say preconceived idea. Sometimes Nansenya on Kofi, na me a very laid back person. Me wo radio so that but Sankenya Facebook any Peter Square ma o me to Facebook na nkrofo enim me voice but obi enim menim afa ye di menim ba ya nkrofo say oh we thought you were a dark guy ese when me ka say we nipa tuntum na me say nipa tuntum obi kasa obetumi a kire say ne voice no eye tuntum and so obi kasa obetumi a kire say nipa wo ka say we tuntum ana we kokko. It's a conceived idea. It's an idea that you form or an opinion you form too early, especially without enough thought or knowledge. For example, when you read the book of John chapter 7 from 32 to 52, both the crowd and the Pharisees, they had preconceived ideas about who Jesus was or who the Messiah was supposed to be. And we need to realize that hindered their following of Christ. Okay? Christ, the cornerstone, is the foundation of God's temple, the church. But the builders rejected him because Jesus did not fit their preconceived ideas. Yes, I no na preconceived ideas bi a wɔwɔ ne no ɛno na ma ɔno ane nkrɔfoɔ kora angina tum ade na me ne wo che ana this week meka preconceived ideas ho asɛm. There is danger. I want to share with you the dangers of preconceived ideas, because you cannot box in God. Okay, you can't box God in. Romans chapter 11 verse 33 says, "Oh, how great are God's riches and wisdom and knowledge! How impossible it is for us to understand his decisions and his way. For who has known the mind of God, and who has become his counselor?" Preconceived ideas could make you miss your expected miracles and answers to your prayers. Don't try to box God in, because he works in mysterious ways. You don't know the process. Kwanya empire wabo a wo hwe enim se Nyankopɔn bɛyɛ wo adom no. So wo would we need so you see Naaman nearly lost it. I'm sure you know the story of Naaman. He was a valiant soldier, but he had leprosy. The Bible says Naaman was a commander of the army of Aram. He was a great man in the sight of his master and highly regarded, but Naaman had leprosy. We actually say no matter empempenso a we do ewo wiase mu no enyo ma bi betumi aba wa brabo mu a agye wo be Awurade nkyɛn ne wanya ayi enkwagye. Naaman etumi eko, he was able to fight great armies, but privately he couldn't fight his own fight. He was fighting leprosy. It could be that publicly you are very decorated, you have degrees, everybody knows you are brilliant, you hold a high position, you are very successful in life, yet privately as I speak, you have your own challenge. The good news is that God is there for you, if only you will come to him, but not with a preconceived idea about how God is going to help you. Sanya Naaman oye asrafo penny pa waji din oba ane de na betri se police yedi no abetri mu na betri medals yi bobo ho saa nso na woko aku bia saa so bia na me na waka sei obi animu wo ye doctor waji abodin wo say but or private battle nyame so betu na mo aba nyame nchen ko ade a otumi ade nyina ye na mmom se wo ba nyame nchen a memfa wonnim de emfe nsusu se me ba nyame ho a obeye me sei na waye me sei. That is preconceived idea. You see, through the servant girl in his house, Naaman came to the prophet who was in Samaria, that is Elisha. Naaman onjindia enka on tutua na mo mfiri ne krom emba Samaria bebia Elisha wo. Nanso na Naaman ewo problem bi a mene wo ene yemfafo bebre ewo sa problem no. A preconceived idea. It wasn't about belief. In konjin nisi ebeje ne nkwanka woma. Oba but no kuta preconceived idea. What kind 2 Kings 5:11 now? Or say Naaman went away angry and said, "I thought he would surely come out to me, stand and call on the name of the Lord his God, wave his hand over the spot and cure me of my leprosy." So he turned and went off in rage. But thank God for his wise servant who told him that, "My father, if the prophet had told you to do some great thing, you would have done it. How much more then when he tells you go and wash?" Naaman nearly lost his miracle. Sane ye mu bebre yetie. Se sisia me ka kiro se besen ne yankosofo panin bi nchen a. Obesusu se bia obeduru ho no na wahye na asofo atare na obeka kiro se bia gina ho kataweni ana koto ho na nka wafa bibi na wa sprinkle na nka wakasa in tongues. But bia wo kosofo panin bi ho a osi o nipa kro no onchoro ne hia sem fangu paper so na mfanto altar no so na onko. Obedwa lai se na mabase bebe hu sofo panin kra nka wembetie masem memfa pen ni paper na menchoro keke na memfa nto altar no so na menko. Because me ba bia na, that is what is called The danger of preconceived idea. As I bring my message to an end, because my time is almost up for this morning, let me ask you a personal question. What have you prayed to God about? And how are you expecting Him to answer it? You see, how you expect God to answer your prayer could be what is hindering or delaying the answer to your prayer. In the course of the week, we will explore the dangers of preconceived ideas. How through that, many of us are unable to receive or even recognize the answers to our prayers. My simple prayer for us this morning is that may God deliver us from preconceived ideas about Him, His wisdom and His ways, so we don't miss the answers and the miracles to our prayers in Jesus' name. When I say preconceived ideas in tea, ena yemma bebre wo muti fie a wo mo se wo munye adwuma nye nye se adwuma ni Ghana nyame bie kwan bia bi obetumi de share to say crime despite, but because of your preconceived idea about the kind of work that you want to do. A lot of young girls and young guys, they are single because of the preconceived idea of the kind of man they want to marry. Kofi, I don't look anything like a good husband. Let's say 35 years ago, you would never have given your daughter's hand in marriage 35 years ago to a guy like me. There are guys with great future, but the young girls, they have preconceived ideas about the kind of man they want to marry. Many are still, at the same place because they expect a certain person, or they expect a certain source to be a blessing. Obi o de near to papa ba could be so say papa we ya no beboa me. Obi o de near to one source so say efri ha ya na me. It's a preconceived idea, and there are dangers attached to preconceived ideas. I'm sure you will find time. Make time off your busy schedule during the week and be part of this topic during the week. The message was brought to you courtesy Hisense, the best electronic product. Hisense, best electronic brand. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people, and also brought to you courtesy Best Point Savings Salons and Best Assurance.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knobs.
Very classic. I get the cheer.
you don't have you on my world. Me there you see, Bakuma Mutofi.